This is a server motherboard, and right here we have a baseboard management controller, and that chip is present on every server on a planet. And the whole purpose of that chip is to perform actions like reboot the servers, reinstall the operating system, monitor their activity. So this chip is extremely powerful. So when threat actors are exploiting vulnerabilities in this firmware inside that chip, they have full control over infected servers. If you think what we have today on endpoints, we have thousands of drivers from every possible manufacturer, vendor out there running already on every endpoint we have. And every driver like that or every service brings a lot of attack surface. Take graphics drivers. Graphics driver is 50 million lines of code. It's an OS within an OS, and it has so many vulnerabilities. And you don't necessarily want to trust manufacturers because their updates, infrastructure may be compromised. Their suppliers may be compromised. A manufacturer uses hundreds of suppliers, and one of those suppliers might have been compromised, and now malicious or tampered components ends up in a device. So you can see a typical rack that may be in a company's data center. All of those appliances, all those devices, they run their operating systems, they run their firmware stack, and all of these are exposed to the internet that have vulnerabilities. And we see appliances on average run 9 to 11-year-old code in them. And that code is also built from packages that were developed 9 to 11 years ago. We built a number of binary analysis engines that we recently combined into one kind of engine we call Eclypsium Automata in a pipeline-like approach, where we do static analysis, we do dynamic analysis of every binary that we extract from every device. We run against the models that we trained on firmware. We run multiple similarity engines where we can take a binary and see, okay, so that binary is unknown, but it looks like it's an NTFS driver, or it looks like it has a USB functionality, talking to USB or a network. So we do decompile binaries, we do disassemble binaries and run a lot of dynamic analysis on those. So it's a pipeline of multiple engines. Okay. But the bottom line is that when we have a binary, we can determine, even if it was declared good, because it's a known good from a manufacturer, we can determine if it's really good or not, if it has some kind of a suspicious or malicious functionality in it. Okay.
Which sectors or industry verticals have you found that are most receptive to what you've built and are most interested?
What we've been doing resonated a lot with the federal government and government agencies. And the reason is they intimately understood the problem and they needed a tool that would find those implants in their infrastructure. But as the threat actors evolved from nation states to ransomware, we had to adjust, and our coverage grew from originally just the endpoints into server type of infrastructure. And then about a year ago in 2023, we released our network infrastructure coverage, assessing the integrity and security of network devices. We analyzed close to 13 million different versions of firmware, and we add over 1 million versions of firmware every year. Now, to give you an example, a laptop is built by 265 suppliers that release firmware for their components. And a laptop or a desktop like a HP Pavilion 550 may have over 4,600 different models because of the configuration of all the components in it. And we've analyzed most of it for close to 50 different manufacturers and hundreds of their suppliers.